Welcome to Module 5 about reflection and self-knowledge. In this video, we're going to ask a question of, who are you? Who are you? This is not an easy question. Most of you are emerging adults and maybe still figuring out who you are. Even at my age, I sometimes ask myself, who am I? What do I value? How do I want to live my life? Although these are difficult questions that you're likely to continue to ask throughout your life, research suggests that our leisure, mental health, and well-being are deeply linked to our sense of who we are. That is why this module is dedicated to the topic of reflection and self-knowledge. When we try to learn about ourselves, there are a few distinct aspects on which we can focus. One aspect we can reflect on is our identity or sense of who we are. Typically, we have a multifaceted idea of ourselves as a member of a family, student, friend, a partner to someone, a member of a group or community, and many other roles. Identity is an overarching idea of who we are by integrating these different aspects of ourselves. Another aspect of self is our personal values. Values are abstract concepts that we internalize and guide our behaviors. Some examples of values are freedom, challenge, creativity, fun, friendship, love, and responsibility. Generally, values are related to our identity. Values do not change easily. They guide our behaviors over time and across situations. For example, if someone values friendships over responsibilities, they might go out with their friends to have fun, even though they have many assignments and schoolworks. Also important to consider when we learn about ourselves is our interest. Compared with the values, interests are less internalized. Many of us have interests that are new and may not last very long. Personal interests usually involve activities or objects we personally enjoy or find beneficial. Our personal interests have direct implications for our leisure choices. Indeed, our personal interests are often leisure pursuits. Although more abstract, both identity and values influence our leisure choices. For example, if you think you are a nature lover, active, adventurous person, you might pursue mountaineering. Leisure can also impact our sense of who we are and our values. For instance, if your family members did a lot of reading and artistic activities when you were growing up, you might have picked up these leisure activities and have developed an idea that you are reflective, creative, and curious person. Our mental health and well-being are also tied to our identity, values, and interest. On one hand, when we are forced to be in situations that do not align with who we are, what we value, and what we enjoy, we often perceive psychological stress. When such situations are prolonged, they could have substantial negative impacts on our mental health. On the other hand, acting in harmony with our identity, values, and interests can enhance our well-being. For instance, eudaimonic well-being or the pursuit of a good life is associated with self-expression, self-discovery, pursuit of our best self. Therefore, continuing to engage in activities that you're genuinely interested in and developing your skills and knowledge related to those pursuits can enhance this type of well-being. Also, the other main type of well-being, hedonic well-being or the pursuit of a pleasant life, is also related to our interest. When we do something we are interested in, we tend to be intrinsically motivated to do it. In other words, we do it just for its own sake. And that's when we tend to have much joy. For instance, I'm interested in badminton, so I play badminton just because. Not because of its health benefits or something else, and I have a lot of fun with this activity. This brings us to the issue of authenticity or self-authenticity. Our society is complex, and we often encounter situations where we have difficulties in being true to our identity, values, and interests. We're not just talking about studies, work, and other obligations. Sometimes it's difficult to be authentic in our leisure pursuits. How many times did you force yourself to go out and socialize, although your introverted self would rather stay at home and read good books? You feel as though you should still go out because society values socialization. How many times did you say you like something, which is not your genuine interest, to impress someone? Perhaps you were on a date and said you liked the music of a band you never heard about because your date said they liked it. If yes, you're not alone. But our inauthentic choices can take a toll on our well-being and take away our time and energy from things in which we are genuinely interested in. So in this module, let's pause in our busy lives and reflect on who we really are, what we truly value, and what we genuinely enjoy, and think about how we can make our everyday life, including our leisure life, a little more authentic.